My name is Aminah Tønnsen, and I live at Frederiksberg. It's a part of Copenhagen in Denmark. Year and a half. And I had been writing with this young man and, visiting him in his country, and he came to Denmark and so on. And then we got married in April 1970, yes. And this young man, he happened to be from Morocco. He was Muslim. And my parents were not so happy about it, but when you're in love, you don't see any problems. You just... So in May 1970, we got married in my hometown, and then we went by car to Morocco. But unfortunately, the marriage did not last. My husband and I were married for 25 years. Then we divorced, and he stayed in the city where we lived, and I went to Copenhagen with our youngest daughter. Many people think that it was during my stay in Morocco that I just, came to learn about Islam and so. But it was only once we were back. It was in the beginning of the 80s. We came back in 78, and that it was in the beginning of the 80s that I started to read about Islam. I was not interested in Islam when I was in Morocco because I was busy having my children and being a wife and a mother and trying to adapt and so. And then after some years, I realized that I was a Muslim. I was not a Christian. But I was not a Muslim in the way that my husband was, because he was very traditional. And I was kind of looking at the Quran and other scriptures with my Danish background. And I was 35 at that point, and I was a woman. It makes a lot of difference from a traditional man raised in Morocco and then a 35-year-old Danish woman reading the same text. We interpret it in a different way. But even after the divorce, I'm a Muslim. Deep inside, I am a Muslim. So I'm still, we divorced in 95, and now it's 2013. And some people say, but you're still a Muslim? You're not married to a Muslim? I said, no, but I chose Islam because it was right for me, not because I was married to a Muslim man. It was my faith. It is right for me, so I am a Muslim. Whatever other people say, whatever other people think, whatever my husband is, or I'm single, I am a Muslim, whatever. And what more? I think the first big experience was during my divorce. I know many others say, I have known people who have said, but my faith helped me to stay in my marriage. But for me, it was the other way around. My faith helped me to break out of marriage and say, but this is what I what is the best for all of us now. I remember one day I was reading in the Quran and I found a verse that says that God does not place a heavier burden upon the soul than it can bear. And right at that moment, this verse told me, or showed me, that I have done everything I can, everything that is possible for me to do to keep together this family. But I must realize that it doesn't work.
Do you remember a time in your life where you doubted your faith?
No. I've been writing about it in the manuscript I just sent to a publisher now. Since this morning of where I found Islam, I knew that's where I have to find my path through life. I've never doubted. It has given me kind of a harmony of. I feel protected. I feel, there's something that you can't explain that is always there to grab you when things go wrong. And I've never doubted my faith, but I'm very critical about how my faith is interpreted by others, the extremists, the Salafi people who use the faith to kill others and so on. I'm very critical about that. But it has never, and even in Denmark, where people have said so many negative things about Islam, even from the pulpit of the parliament, and nobody reacts. You can say very nasty things in public, but it has never. I've never doubted about that. This is the right thing for me.